YouTube? Today we're going to be reacting to Why Gorilla Tag Doesn't Feel the Same Anymore by Dracoli. So big shout out to the guy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to him. But he made a video about this, and I'm kind of the OG of Gorilla Tag. If y'all don't know about this, I started during this what is it called? I think music slash rainy update, the original one. So like kind of like 7 months into the game, I'm pretty sure. Or like, yeah, something like that. So like I know some stuff about the old Gorilla Tag. Also, I went back to old versions often when I used to make my videos and stuff like this. But pretty much, yeah. So I just know about the old aesthetic, and it feels a bit different because like the textures were different, stuff was different, and I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's get right into video.
If you've ever been on Gorilla Tag recently, a common thing you've likely heard from OG players is that old Gorilla Tag is better than the current version we have today.
True.
And sure, while there is a lot more content like new maps and mechanics these days, this debate of it all being worse than the old stuff has become
That's true. I feel like stuff is overinflated.
Is Gorilla Tag really not
There's too much stuff with too little value.
I think it's about time we take a look at this discussion in order to figure out why Gorilla Tag doesn't feel the same anymore. But first, let's take a trip back in time to check out the old Gorilla Tag and see if it's as good as some players remember it being. So this is an early version of Gorilla Tag, and right off the bat, you could probably tell there wasn't as much content here when compared to what we have today.
Yep.
There are no cosmetics, no fancy mechanics like swimming or...
Nah, for first update, there was literally zero cosmetics. There wasn't, like, he said almost no cosmetics. There were no cosmetics whatsoever, like, literally. Like, you didn't have the option to go to the shop. You didn't have literally anything, man. Like, you didn't have, you only had the forest map and you had the infection mode, but that's like early Gorilla Tag.
Like swimming or gliding, and there were fewer maps out at the time. Yet despite the fact that we had less to go off of, what we already had was enough for us to have fun in this game. Whenever I looked back at the times I've played this game early on, I've noticed that everything, from the obstacles to literal pixel graphics, were much simpler and more...
That's what I'm saying. Look at it. Look at it. It's like blurry and everything. That's like this such a nice aesthetic. I feel like the old Gorilla Tag has like much nicer kind of movement too. It was like, right now it's kind of more like paced, but before it was like more fluid, I would say.
The obstacles to literal pixel graphics were much simpler and more laid back then. And this simple nature definitely allowed me and some of the other players to just focus on having fun, playing a game that led us to reject humanity and return to monkey.
Yo, why am I so red?
If we got bored of the same old games attack here and there was always something to talk about regarding this game to each other. Like, what's behind Secret Tunnel? Do we even eat food or drink water?
Yeah, we don't have no secrets anymore.
The greatest question of them all, how many whacks in game will it take to get to the center of my Quest controller? I'm not joking with y'all. Those
I didn't get that, I ain't gonna lie.
Really gave us that special feeling of wonder and mystery about the game. So to say that us players were excited
Bro,
to
I'm
see
getting
that outcome
some nostalgia over here.
Then over time, Gorilla Tag did eventually get more updates.
Mountain, city.
Although, now that I'm thinking about it, these changes did come with a price. One that made us sacrifice that simple feeling Gorilla Tag out on all of us beforehand. And now, the game just feels more complex and different.
That's true. It's so, like, my sister recently started playing Gorilla Tag when I gave her my old Quest 2. Like, just like, because I got a Quest 3, so I decided why not, like, just give her the Quest 2, get her in VR and stuff. And she'd been loving, like, VR and stuff. But when she started playing Gorilla Tag, she didn't even know where to, like, find different maps and stuff like this. Like, obviously, like, younger audiences, it's gonna be easier to find it. Like, you can just talk to people and stuff like this. But still, I feel like, yo, it's kind of difficult. I even made a video recently on how to actually like, find every map in Gorilla Tag, and there are so many maps now, it's like crazy, bro. And some maps are in the holes and stuff like this, man, like rotating map.
But with Gorilla Tag growing over the years, it's hard to find those same experiences many older players had. Since the place we had those memories changed so much over time. And it really shows, since nowadays, I've ended up seeing countless videos popping up where people talked about their nostalgia for the old versions of Gorilla Tag. Even though there's various updates releasing every month.
I should make a video playing old Gorilla Tag, just comparing.
As if there isn't anything else for them to do in game. And I don't think that's gonna stop anytime soon.
That's true. There was no finger painter, there was nothing.
Content creation also changed a lot over the years, just like the game itself. But you might be wondering, why am I bringing up content creation specifically? Well, I see a bit of a connection between the two. I mean, even when the game first
game
released,
grows
it
as
was
people make
obvious that
videos.
Gorilla Tag was that kind of game that could be partially carried by content creation alongside updates. Whether it was gameplay content, horror videos, or even little skits here and there was just something about people posting their experiences or their ideas out there online that just made the game a little more special to me personally. But as I already mentioned, the game has changed a lot over the years, and thus it only makes sense that content around the game would follow its suit. And I already know many of you are gonna say that that's a good thing. I agree. New ideas and new content in general are always a treat to see. However, I can't help but notice that I just keep seeing the same stuff from years ago continuously being milked to no end today, like ghost hunting. Honestly, it just makes those kind of videos more dull to watch today, and I think I know the reason why. It's almost like watching a movie in a way. You see, if someone were to go see something, say a new movie they've never seen before, and they end up liking it a lot, it might captivate them in a way. But there does come a point where that feeling goes away after you see that movie over and over again. And I think this applies to Gorilla Tag content as well. After seeing the same stuff pop up online so much, it just doesn't feel the same anymore. Not to me, not to you.
Kinda true.
Probably not to most of the community now.
But that's kind of all games.
Content does appear to us, even if it's different, it may end up reigniting that same feeling we all had a while back on the silly little monkey game. But
Yeah, I feel like the old Jamie and Curly videos hit different though.
It's all new. It's not going to be the same as the old stuff, and the old stuff we've seen a long time ago isn't going to give us the same feeling as before, which might explain why I keep seeing so many people look back to their memories for said feelings. I mean, just look at how many comments there are for this kind of stuff. Wait, why are there so many of them anyways? Huh, who would have thought that as a game and its online presence continues to grow, the community would do the same? Well, Gorilla Tag is no exception. The community for this game has really changed over the years. Like, if I was going off memory here, I remember there being a lot of older players in their late teens to young adult ages back then.
Yeah, back in the days it was older. Now it's kind of kids.
There were way less people too. But after the peaceful times went by for Gorilla Tag, there was one single event that ended up changing the landscape of the community forever. Christmas. I swear, bro, ever since that day passed by, everything changed with the player base. Like, half the people in the game were new now. A lot of them younger.
I think that's because of COVID. When COVID hit and people couldn't get PS5s, they started buying Quests, man. And then we got a ton of kids, bruh.
And it was just a
because
lot
there
of
was like a new console and stuff.
Like, especially since a few of those newcomers that came in ended up becoming really toxic to everyone else. And I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end. Well, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I miss the old community. I miss the times where I wasn't getting cussed out by 6-year-olds on the daily. The times where everyone wasn't getting into drama every week.
That's true. So true. So true. Speak. Preach, my man.
Go into a virtual world where tag is the norm and just relax from everything else. Since the fact that
now every week some guy like fakes their death, some guy fakes their cancer, and people keep complaining about some, you know what I'm saying, like some random things like that they want to stir up drama with, man. Like, yo, my man.
Sort of toxic community formed this quickly is honestly crazy, and I'm worried if it's only gonna get worse from here in the near future.
That's what I'm saying. People keep farming and drama, stuff like this, just for views, man.
And why it's inherently
but I guess that's inevitable, man.
I feel like this whole discussion shouldn't be a matter of why one version of a monkey game is better than another, since after all, we all knew that this game was going to evolve at some point, just like everything else in life. And while this did come with a few downsides,
that's true, man. Many people don't realize this, but once you grow up, Brian, it's not the same as when you were a kid, man. People don't appreciate stuff until stuff changes.
And made the game a lot more fun to many of us. The new style of content creation also brings out more of the game, and the ever-growing community just lets more people experience this amazing game in general. Gorilla Tag shouldn't stay the same, and innovation will always be more important than pandering to nostalgic memories in the gaming world, since nostalgia is just nostalgia if we're being real at the end of the day. However, I'm not gonna stand here and act like the downsides aren't a problem to many of of us nowadays, because why else would I've spent most of the video talking about them? So I want to hope you guys continue enjoying the game if that's what you're after. But first, let's finally answer the question, why doesn't Gorilla Tag feel the same anymore? Well, it's due to the fact that the game has physically changed over its various updates, the content surrounding it online evolved as well, the community has and is still continuing to grow to this day, and lastly, you have probably changed. And that's why it's all different.
That's
now.
true.
Now, how can we still find enjoyment out of this game, even with its changes? Well, first off, if you're tired of doing the same stuff in game, find something else to do. Maybe you're just bored of the competitive scene and want some more interaction with other players. Maybe you just want to get out of the toxicity and play with the game a little more. But if you're just tired of Gorilla Tag as a whole,
play some new VR games, man.
I know that sounds corny, but spending time away from the game will probably make it feel better if you decide to come back after some time. So just take some time off if you need to and come back later. Or don't. I'm not forcing you what to do. I'm not your parents.
True.
Like,
wait, is this the guy from the theater game? Wait, his guy literally reminds me from the guy from the... It's like this... I forgot what it's called. It's like one theater game and stuff.
Or don't. I'm not forcing you what to do.
I forgot, bro. I forgot the name. If y'all remember, let me know in the comments.
I'm just a random dude talking about a monkey game online. Now, if you liked me talking about this sort of stuff, you should check out some of my other recent videos, or maybe even check out my Discord for
W, I actually enjoyed this video.
I hope you'll have a great day.
That's fire, bro. Could you survive in Gorilla Tag? I don't remember watching this, ain't gonna lie. But yeah, W-Mans, I'm definitely gonna check more of his videos out, you know what I'm saying? But W video, that's kind of interesting. I feel like, yeah, you just kind of grow out of that sphere, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like when you were younger, you feel nostalgia for things, and when you get older, man, it's the same thing. But now, like, there's like a lot more stuff, man. Like in Gorilla Tag, we have a bunch of cosmetics, we have a bunch of paid stuff. Just when the game started, it was very like it was very simple. You just went in ahead, man. You played the game, you enjoyed it, man, and there was no like $50 like t-shirt or something like that. Okay, not $50, but like you get the point, like $30 bundle, stuff like this, man. Like I mean, or just it comes down to nostalgia. It depends for each person on its own. But yeah, boys, that's kind of my thoughts about this. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to check this guy out. See you guys later. I'm out. Bye bye.